Hello everybody! Welcome to another odds and ends video. Different folks collect different things. And one of the things I collect, and God only knows why I collect them, is axes. I've got enough axes for the next 1,000 years. But I can't pass them up. And I got this really cool one that I just acquired for the collection. It is very old. I'd say it's probably 100 years old or more. And it's got a stamped right in the head of the axe. It says Buffalo Black Axe, hand forged, Buffalo Wholesale Hardware Company, Buffalo, New York. It's a pretty cool little axe. The handle, I believe, may be original. It's definitely old. It's got a nice smooth feel to it. The whole axe feels good. I had to put a couple of new wedges in it, but I was able to save the handle. And I wanted to show everybody this axe. Unfortunately, somebody at one time in its history used it as a hammer, and I'm sure you've seen in some of the other videos where I always caution people not to use an axe as a hammer. The reason being is the pole of the axe, the back half of this axe, and most axes, is a soft metal, and it's made that way on purpose, and all it does is mushroom out when you use it as a hammer. Use a hammer to do hammer jobs and an axe to do axe jobs. Usually what on the back half is soft metal, and then the bit is hardened metal, and that's what keeps your edge and everything. But don't use an axe, certainly not a beautiful old axe like this, as a hammer. I wanted to show everybody the new t-shirts. The new t-shirts, we got black with white ink on the back, the same logo that we've had, and I think they turned out really cool. These are for some of the pro staff members, and if you're out fishing sometime or hunting or whatever, and you see somebody wearing one of these shirts, make sure you say hello. I'm a big fan of trail cameras. I just love trail cameras, and I just picked up a couple of new ones. These are by a company by the name of Wild Game. They're relatively inexpensive, which is a plus in my book, because I don't really feel like putting an expensive trail camera out in the woods and having it get destroyed. But I like to put these out not just for scouting for game, but kind of as a hobby. I like to see what's in the woods when I'm not out there, and I set them in the video mode instead of the still mode, because where I have these, they're on game trails and not over a food plot, where if you had them set up over a food plot, you might be better off with still pictures because the animals are there and they're congregated there. But I put them on game trails, and the animals just pass by. So I like the video mode, and one of the reasons is I like to share the videos with everybody on the channel. When I get something cool on the trail camera, I like to share it with everybody. And also, what I found is in the video mode, a lot of times I'll have one animal that would have been captured on a still picture, and then if I have it in the video mode, a second or third animal follows it, and they're following so close that they more than likely would not have gotten captured on the still mode. So I like to set it on the video mode. It takes up more space on the little cards that go on it. But for where I use them, that's just fine. That's not a problem. And the other thing I found, especially with these inexpensive cameras, is the trigger speed. The trigger speed is slower than it is with some of the more expensive cameras. And the trigger speed is probably on these, maybe I'm estimating 3/4 of a second. And depending on how you have it aimed, what you might catch is just the tail of the deer or whatever, and not everything. So what I do, my solution to that is, instead of facing the camera like this, and the anticipated direction of the animal is this way, I face the camera this way, and if the animal is either going this way on the trail or that way on the trail, it's in the camera's field longer, and a lot of times I capture more of the animal, maybe the deer rack or whatever. These work great. I've got several of them. I like them for the money. I think they're a great buy. What I do is I have an extra set of SD cards. I swap them out, bring the SD card back to camp, download the pictures, and check them out. And if you haven't already tried trail cameras, even if you're not a hunter, give them a try. They're a lot of fun. Well, that's about enough show and tell for today. It's a beautiful September afternoon, and I think Michael the Bass Slayer and I are going to go see if we can catch some fish. So stick around and grab your fishing pole. Come on with us. Well, we hiked back in this little swampy end of the pond here, and they're biting pretty good, but it's tough going. Skeeters are back here, and oh, Michael just got one. All right. Well, it's pretty swampy back here. Just lost my shoes, and I got something biting my foot right now underwater, so I got to cut this video short. Well, we both had a bass on at the same time. I lost my shoes in the mud. I was stuck in the mud. I couldn't get out of the mud. Something was biting at my foot. So I was glad that I could entertain Michael. He's over there laughing. I finally got out of the mud. I found my shoes, and we're going to give it a few more casts in here, but I don't know how long we're going to stay. Well, we caught a couple back here in the swamp, but I don't know if it was worth the effort or not. So we got to get out of here. The skeeters are driving us crazy, and my foot is killing me. I don't know what bit me, but we're going to call it a day. So anyhow, we'll be back. So until next time, everybody, thanks for watching. Take care and keep on trucking.